Now, Jack Burnham is the China program analyst for the Foundation for Defense of Democracies and joins us live now. Jack, good morning. Thank you for being with us. Do you think that we are going to reach a deal today?
Thank you for having me. I certainly think that the framework will be specified, but I also think that there may be more negotiation ahead. President Trump, prior to this phone call with Xi Jinping, put in place another pause on the enforcement of the law governing the divestiture, which makes it seem as though there may be still more to come.
Good point. And not only that, it's the ban, right? We talked about the national security threat of TikTok, owned by ByteDance, owned by a Chinese company. And the president has gone back and forth on that ban, but he credits TikTok, as you heard, with helping him win last year's presidential election. Both candidates used it widely and has expressed concern about alienating its huge young user base. He says the app has tremendous value for him. So obviously the deal aside, do you think that TikTok holds value for President Trump, for the cabinet members, for maybe others that may be pursuing the White House in 2028?
I certainly think that the TikTok certainly holds a lot of value for President Trump. Obviously, hearing the way he discusses it, he credits it with his win during the election. And it's a significant platform that reaches a significant amount of Americans, particularly young Americans. On the same token, that reach, particularly into young Americans and into the political system, is what drives some of the national security concerns around ByteDance's hold over TikTok and around this licensing deal writ large.
Now, today's call is also going to be focusing on the ongoing trade war between the two countries, which are the world's two largest economies. And Trump is suggesting that they're close to a deal on that too. Now, currently a framework agreement caps a 30% tariff on Chinese imports and a 10% duty on US imports, but that's set to expire on November 10th. Now, at the peak of the two countries' tariff dispute in April, those rates spiked to 145%, creating a de facto trade embargo for both sides. So how do you see this playing out?
I certainly think it's a case in which China has continued to hold out on large purchases of American products, soybeans being one example, Boeing aircraft being another, that looking to find a more long-term solution to this trade impasse. It wouldn't necessarily surprise me on the call whether there would be more discussion of those trade imbalances. Obviously, President Trump is certainly concerned around the trade imbalances with China, and China, for its part, looking to gain leverage on a variety of different features, export controls, technological barriers, in exchange for open market access and market purchases for agricultural products and other U.S. goods and services.
All right, we'll leave it there. Jack Burnham, thank you. Burnham, rather, joining us today. Thank you, Jack. We do appreciate that.
Thank you.
You got it.